What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. So, what you're gonna actually be seeing is something other than Warframe in the background, and mainly because I've been unable to actually get in the game, um, partially due to DE stuff. I mean, you saw that last video where the game just broke on me, and I know that they've told me they fixed the relic issue, but I cannot confirm nor deny that they fixed it because I can't actually physically stay in game or get in game long enough to see if that is fixed. So I mean, I trust that they did fix it. Um, Part of the reason is I've got Comcast. Unfortunately, that's the only thing that I'm allowed to have around here. That's in terms of, well, it's not the only thing I'm allowed to have. I could have like AT&T, but their service sucks just as bad as Comcast. So really, what's the difference? But through this weekend, since like Friday, I've had a lot of issues with being able to connect even to basic internet sites. Sometimes I can connect to Twitter, sometimes I can't, sometimes I can connect to Facebook, sometimes I can't connect to anything, sometimes I can. I get a lot of DNS issues going on. And that's basically, I've heard, and there's been no confirmation, I've heard that there was a cyber attack, more or less, pretty much against Comcast and some of the other big companies that are out there. And obviously, I can't really verify that from other companies, but I can verify that Comcast has been having problems. I can verify that the DNS has been down more than it's been up. I can verify that it's hurting the things that I can and can't do. Like I said, I've been unable to really play any Warframe. The Steam store for me has been down more than it's been up. If it's been up for me, it's been up for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe at max, and then it just disappears again, which means I can't access my inventory, I can access my games, I can actually download my games because the internet's there, but it's not there. So I've been enjoying these other games, which ironically, even with all the problems, even when nothing else is working networking wise or DNS wise, I can get onto my Battle.net account and I can play Overwatch, and I can get into my Uplay account and I can play The Division in Rainbow Six. So that's what I've been playing. I've been playing The Division in Rainbow Six, and wow. I mean, I don't know. I mean, part of it is I guess I need some sort of a chill break, I think, and a few days off of Warframe because my blood is boiling from the stuff that's been going on recently. And I don't even know how to address it. I don't know the position I want to take on things right now with it. I don't know. Like I said in that last video, even though that video was broken, I just don't know anymore right now where I stand with things, and I'm just kind of unsettled with a lot of stuff that's going on. And when I look at some of the recent issues, like Fostinator being removed as a guide over something that had nothing to do with Warframe in general, it had just a standard random thing that happened over social media. I've got some real issues with how that was addressed, how that was handled, how, again, inappropriately or unprofessionally it was handled by DE. And, I mean, I'll probably talk about that a bit more. But, that leads me to believe it's like what I say or do, what am I next? I mean, I know for years everybody's been trying to get me out. They've tried many times. Other channels have tried over and over. It just doesn't simply happen. And I don't go against the stuff that they talk about in terms of what's against the rules, if you will. Where other channels definitely, they have sexist things, they have hateful things, they have offensive material, if you will. There's been some racist stuff that have gone on, but those guys are still around, so why shouldn't I be around, right? I guess. I mean, you guys know me. I don't fear what I say, and if so help me, you don't like what I say, there's not much I can do about it. And I don't care whether you're a developer or whether you're a community member or a team player or whatever you want to be. You guys know I take it on both sides. I go at the issues on both sides. So when I feel that there's a problem with a developer that's been wrong, or that they're doing something wrong, I call it out. I call it out. That's just the way it is. And the same thing on the other side. When it's the player base that's wrong, or I feel the player base is wrong, I call it out. I'm right in the middle of it all the time, and it's, and that's part of being a public figure. That's part of the things that I do. I know people tell me that I need to maybe not talk about that and just enjoy the stuff and stay on the side and this and that. I'm like, but that's the whole point. I mean, I have a voice. I have a bigger voice maybe than many others because I have something that's, I have a social area, I have a public area that I can voice my opinions, and then you guys can voice them with me by simply leaving comments that you do. Not everybody in the world wants to make or create YouTube videos or wants to be in that kind of limelight or that kind of a public situation where I have that ability to do it, and so I do. And like I said, I don't think anyone should be held to a different standard. I think when a developer is wrong, a developer needs to be called out. When a player base is wrong, a player base needs to be called out. And Lord helps me, I have called out many developers and many players, but I've called out many developers over the years. I mean, I really harped on Firefall last year, and I had played Firefall for 5 years prior, and I harped on them bad last year. And yeah, I mean, I didn't lie about it. The thing was, I never feared what I was saying was going to be used against me or tried to be used against me because they didn't like what I was saying. I've done it with several other games. I did it with Need for Speed games. I did it with Defiance. I did it with several games in the past. I never once feared that what I was saying on any of my social media platforms, or however I want to, was going to be used against me at some point. And that's just, it's unexcusable. I don't work for any of these people directly. They don't have a right to say that the stuff I do on my social media is or is not allowed. That's blocking my freedoms. And it makes them look bad. Sorry, but if you're telling somebody they can't say something because somebody else got butthurt about an issue that wasn't even related to your game, then you're blocking people's rights. There's no other way to put it. If I work for you, sure, you have a right to protect everything, including social media stuff, because usually you sign paperwork about stuff like Facebook and Twitter and all those, and a company has a right to fire you. So be it for some of the comments that you make on those pages, especially when it's in regards to the company you're working for or something in the same exact industry. But when you don't work for them, they don't have a right to stop you from doing what you want. And it's a double standard when one person doesn't get away with it, but the other side does. Or bigger channels or partners, if you will, can get away with whatever the hell they want because they're bigger. And they can force little guys out. Or a double standard when you say that people can't talk about things and the way that they do on their social media, but yet you can go and harp on players, take sides with players, and be pretty vocal and pretty disrespectful and pretty unprofessional as in the past. But it's okay for you to do. But it's not okay for people that aren't even employed by you to do. So there's a double standard, and that's something that's been sitting on me for a while. It's almost an embarrassment to me for being associated sometimes with things that are going on, or being part of the channel program that has people who think they're better than other people who think they can do whatever they want and get people removed anytime they want to just because they don't like it. Same people that speak in manners and tones that just unbelievable disrespect to everybody. and even when they're on live conferences, they're even worse, and they can get away with that. I have an issue with all of that. But I haven't really been able to do too much other than play, you know, some of these other games that I've been enjoying. Again, like I said, because I can't play Warframe, because I just can't access it because of the DNS issues that are going on. So, and I know they've had some issues too over the weekend. I've seen people not being able to connect. But whatever, I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to be out of town this week. I've been called on an emergency. My boss told me Friday that they need me out in Tampa for 3 days, so I'm heading out Monday to Tampa, and I won't be back for a couple days. So I'll probably have better internet service out there than I will out where I'm at right now in my own house. But with that said, I mean, I'm trying to get a whole bunch of content put up for you guys, and it may just be gameplays and, you know, things like that, just to kind of give you some entertainment, see different aspects of games that I've been playing that maybe you didn't realize were still good or cool, or maybe it showcases something that you may actually like to play. You know, I don't know, but I want to keep stuff on the channel, of course, and if I can't access Warframe, then I can't access Warframe, which just puts me farther away from getting the Prime Vigor. If I could access Warframe every day, I would be able to get to Prime Vigor probably by Wednesday. But with me traveling, I may not be able to get there until maybe the end of the week if I'm lucky. But we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm enjoying the other stuff. I mean, it's a break, and it's something that's definitely needed and relieved. I think. I mean, I have plenty of stuff I can do inside of Warframe, but one of the issues is when I'm in there that every time I try to make something positive, something negative happens right in front of me. You know, it's like when I go to make a positive video, I was going to make an update video when they talked about fixing the relic thing, but immediately that sortie issue occurred. Hey, you know, I don't make or break it. It just happens, and when it happens, I forget about the good and I can only see the bad. I mean, I don't, you know, it's it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to playing some more of the Division and Overwatch and stuff, and that's probably what you'll see for the few people that are gonna watch it. And when I can get back into Warframe and play some more and get some of the setups and stuff that I've promised everybody I would get out, I'll get them out to you. You know, and we'll just do our thing, but know that no matter what happens, I will not stop doing what I feel is right, and always have done what I felt is right. And everybody can harp on me. All these big channels can block me and say whatever they want after they've blocked me, like they have done for years. I found out recently that I've been blocked by several big channels, and they've talked about me several times in many different ways, but they block me so I can't respond. I mean, that's not being babyish, right? That's not being childish. That's not being disrespectful or hateful in any way, you know? I mean, that's, no, not at all. So, and there's only one game that I've ever experienced that in, and that's Warframe. I mean, there's, you know, maybe it's me, maybe because I'm older than pretty much every other channel partner out there. I don't know. Maybe there's just something about me because I'm upfront and honest and truthful about everything that people don't like it. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully this can get out because of all my internet issues. I may not even be able to get this stuff up to YouTube. We'll see. Hopefully I can get it up to YouTube. Like, I managed to get a few Division videos loaded in, so we'll see what happens. But hopefully you enjoy what's up there for now. I've got plenty of other things coming. It's going to be a big year for 2017. We're definitely going to have some Warframe stuff, but I would say there's going to be a little bit less Warframe stuff as we get more towards March release of Mass Effect Andromeda, which in the latest news it was already stated that there will not be DLC, and if there is some sort of DLC, it most likely would be free. Um, so we'll see what that is. There's more to be said about that down the future. They've talked about it lightly, but there's more to be said or discussed about. You know, I'm gonna get heavy into the Division. I am heavy into it. I want to get into the survival and underground stuff and the Dark Zone and all that stuff at some point. And Rainbow Six, we're now into year 2. I've definitely got to get all my characters up to where I need to be. And with the new ones coming and everything else, you know, and I've got a whole ton of racing videos that I've got to finish putting together because I've been using my steering wheel in like everything that has to do with all the racing games, and I am absolutely hooked on a few of them. I'm absolutely hooked with my steering wheel, obviously on American Truck Simulator. I'm hooked on it on Dirt Rally. Oh my God, what a difference with Dirt Rally. I did pick up Project Cars, and to this point so far I've been very much enjoying Project Cars with the steering wheel. I put Assetto Corsa to the side for now because I just don't have a lot of space on my hard drive that I have. And I've got a few other racing games that I'm still playing as well. I will go back to Assetto Corsa, but I think for me right now, Dirt Rally is the big thing. Playing through Project Cars just to play through it and enjoy it and kind of get a good feel for racing, you know, that type of stuff. And then I can get back into, like Assetto Corsa. I do want to do probably some of my F1 games that I've had in my log for a while that I haven't ever finished. So I'll probably be able to get to finish those now that I've got the wheel and all. But so we'll have a lot of that stuff as well coming out. So that's kind of just a little roundup of things that are going on and some of my thoughts and opinions on topics and issues. You know, I know also that when I posted the stuff about the relics, we had really only one dude that was harping on me about it, and that I need to relax, and that I'm not more special than anyone else, and I'm trying to get, you know, noticed and this, that, and everything else. At first, I saw a problem. It's a big problem in my opinion, so I posted the problem. Many of you came out and said you had the same or similar problems, and it was all looked at. Every comment was looked at by actually Steve in this case, and you know, DE directly, and they took that and they tried to figure out what was going on. So yeah, that's a positive thing. I can't verify that it's actually fixed because I can't get in the game, but it's a positive thing that they took it and they worked on it hard within the week to try to get it figured out. Does that mean I have more influence than anyone else? No. I think as a community, we were able to show that it's not just a single one-time issue, because I happen to record it, or, you know, like I always pretty much record everything, and I happen to be able to show it, and you happen to be able to comment about it, and you said you had the same issues. It's a bigger issue. And when it is something that I think really can break the game, especially where it would really, really affect the free player who's really grinding hard for something and loses it, you know, it's got to be said, it's got to be discussed, it's got to be talked about, it's got to be handled right away. And I appreciate that they did step up and took care of it. It doesn't to me mean that I'm better than any of the other people that are out there putting in service tickets or anything. It just, you know, I have the opportunity as a big public figure, and one of what they consider one of their top tier channels in the channel program, to be able to relay this information out to them. And that's what we've always done between me and everyone in the community. That's what we've always done. We relay the information out as best as we can, as fast as we can, and hopefully things get fixed. You know, I don't know. Anyway, back to playing a whole bunch of other stuff, and I will definitely catch you guys within a couple days if I don't get too much stuff up while I'm away, because I pretty much am I'm looking at a 3.5 to 4 hour drive from where I'm at out to Tampa, and I work a 10 to 12 hour day, and then this for 3 days, and then I got to drive back another 3.5 hours. So I'm looking at leaving when I leave at like 4:30 in the morning just to get out there and do my thing, because I was requested specifically by the corporate office to come out and get this stuff handled, because my production rate is 96%, compared to several other technicians apparently that are at like 24% production, 26% production, which means that 96% of my day I am a positive billable employee, because I am that efficient with what I do. So they're behind out in the corporate office in Tampa with some service work, and I guess that's where they're sending me to get things caught up over the next couple days. So it'll be interesting. I'm gonna try to get maybe some video footage while I'm out there of some stuff. Maybe we'll get some talking going on with that. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely going to have a drive camera going. I picked one up. I'm going to put it into my work van, and we'll have a drive camera going so I can record everything, because the route that I have to travel is filled with many dumbass people along the way. Traffic incidents, accidents all over the place. So I want to make sure that I'm protected in terms of being able to record if something does happen. And then at the same time, I might be able to make some videos about it. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. For anyone that is listening, thank you very much for listening and tuning in and chilling out with me and enjoying the content on my channel and helping me grow through these years. And hopefully you'll stay with me as we do change things over time, because it does have to happen. At this point, I do not want to leave the fan channel program. I want to still be there. I still think that I have a good enough influence to help out many people, and many of you say I do, as well as by maintaining my time within the program. I have all of those glyph codes to still give away, and I want everybody to enjoy those. That glyph that I created, I personally think it's still one of the most noticeable, boldest glyphs that are out there. And yeah, it's me, it's mine, I get it, but I think when I look at them, every time I look at the page, it just stands out compared to everything else. So I do appreciate everybody that does stop in and asks me for them, and I get them out to you, and you guys all seem to enjoy them, and you share pictures with me. That's awesome. Thank you very much. But I'm going to end this here, and I will catch you guys in whatever here. I'll see how many more videos I can get squared away over the next few hours or so. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.